And we back. NBA 2K20 is here, and I'm starting it off the same way I started off NBA 2K19, with rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because that tradition is probably going to be here from 2K21, 2K22, because when I rebuilt the Bulls on the first day of 2K19, it helped blossom this channel. Now, if I do the same thing, you see where I'm going here? So we're doing the Chicago Bulls on the very first video of NBA 2K20. Now, I haven't really done my league so far. The game has been out for about 4 or 5 hours. And one thing I did notice right off the rip is there's one new extra tab in settings called simulation. Now, right now, we're not going to play with these, but trust me, we're going to do a lot of different experiments when it comes to this, because if we raise this right here, hold on, let me show you a little something. Hopefully, nobody take this idea before I get to it. Possessions per game, we up that up, and then if we up fast breaks and pace, we could probably have teams dropping like 200 points a game because there's so many shots that are going to be up. Nobody take that video idea. That's for the future. But today, we're starting off very traditional with a rebuild of the Chicago Bulls. This is new. Looks pretty cool, right? Don't really care. I don't care if stuff looks cool. The My League community has been so disrespected over the years. What they usually do, they put a fresh coat of paint over it, but don't change nothing. Never. Never give us anything special. Never invite any of the My League guys to 2K events either. I'm not just talking about me. There's a lot of My League guys out there that make videos, man. None of us get invited. I'm not tripping, though. I'm not tripping. But all right, so we're rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. Y'all know how this goes. And since this is my team, I'm not going to take this as a normal rebuild because I would dismantle any other team in the league. But I got a soft spot for Zach LaVine after he winked at my girlfriend and then signed my jersey. I got a soft spot for Larry Marketing after I came off a plane in Charlotte. He was the first face I saw. I got a weak spot for Kobe White because I shook the man's hand. I was like, let's take a picture because Twitter's going to go wild. I got to keep those guys on the team. I ain't met Wendell just yet, but I'm sure I will eventually one day. I think I will. But, like, I'm going to try my best to keep this relatively realistic. But that may change throughout the video, because if I go realistic, I may not be able to win in 3 years. So, is there anything new in the settings? On the fly lineups, the lineup menu, oh, they just changed the name. That's kind of lame. But everything else seems to be the same. Yeah, so I'm not using a real draft class because, again, the game just came out a few hours ago. And if it took you 2 hours to create a draft class, probably not a great draft class. So I'm going to steer away from those for now. So as the GM of the Bulls, what do I do first? I call Jim Boylan into the office and I say, get out! And we get a new coach in here. Like this guy, who's been in 2Ks for like 4 years now. Like, I think this is the guy that creates the players in 2K, like gives the ratings. So no wonder why he gave himself and A+ rating. I mean, I guess I would do the same thing if I was in his position. So I think that helps the team out a lot because we have the personnel to be running a gun, and Zach LaVine is so athletic. Kobe White was a super gunner in college. Wendell Carter is athletic. I think this first year, the only thing I'm going to do is get rid of the most hated player on the Bulls right now, Cristiano Felicio. Like, I'm just going to get him away. Why is the picture on these players so small? Like, they don't even fit up the little screen. So actually, the deal we're going to do, Cristiano Felicio, Chris Dunn, and a second-round pick for a lottery-protected first from Portland and Kent Bazemore. Add the trade exception. That's a deal. It helps us with our wing depth because that's the biggest concern personally as a Bulls fan right now, is that if Otto goes down with an injury, we have to rely on like Denzel Valentine or Chandler Hutchison. But now, after making that deal, I can make Kent Bazemore a small forward, and his overall stays the same, but now he's a good backup small forward. So I like that deal a lot. Kobe, Zach, OP, Laurie, and Wendell Carter. We don't need an 11-man rotation. I'm going to shorten that to 9 so our stars can get more minutes. I'm super excited for this Bulls roster, man. I'm super excited to see how things go. So let's just get to simulator. I forgot to mention, but I'm experiencing all of this for the first time with you. So if something comes up that's new, or for example, the sim difficulty seems like it's even slower than previous years, that's something we got to talk about, all right? So if anything crazy happens, me and you are going to see it for the first time together. Okay, so this is different. I mean, it doesn't matter for the grand scheme of this video, but the prospect scouting is a little bit different. That's pretty cool. So right now we're projected to have around the 6th pick, so we can tell them to scout people that you think is gonna be there at the 6th pick. That's actually pretty much a W. I mean, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you can scout whoever you want. I really don't care. But if you cared about something like that, kind of a dub. Right now, as a team that, you know, could potentially be a playoff team, we're starting off real rough. I've also been simulated for like 2 minutes, and we're still not out of the first month. So that's new. Or actually, it's not new because 2K Sim has always been slow, but now it's extra slow, and we're losing a bunch of games. So that's a double no. All right, y'all. So the season is almost over, and it looks like we're gonna be making the playoffs this year, which is pretty good. Hope this happens in real life, but yeah, you never really know. The sim difficulty is something that we should definitely take note of, 2K, even though they never listen to the My League community anyway. It took me a very long time to get here. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that social media is a thing. Honestly, between me and you, have you ever looked at the social media page while doing a rebuild? Because personally, I never have. So the fact that they're loading up all these tweets every day can just be slowing down everything. Anyway, I wish I could turn that off, and I don't think you can. But we're in the playoffs. Hopefully 45 wins was enough. I'm not completely sure. Giannis averaged 30, 14, 6, 2, and 2. That is ridiculous numbers. Zion averaged 21, 9, and 3. Also crazy numbers. D'Angelo Russell, 6th man of the year at 23. Giannis, defensive player of the year, most improved. Terry Rozier. That is new. And then Frank all-time record. The Lakers all-time win record. 74 wins? Oh, you know we got to look at some stats. We got to look at some stats. Zion was all NBA third team, by the way, if you didn't peep that. 74 wins? Nobody was... 55 wins, the second best in the entire league. But the Lakers... How? I'm sorry. I'm in disbelief. My body not even allowing me to process this. Yeah, man. I don't know how LeBron doesn't win MVP after 74 wins, 28 points per game, 6 rebounds, 8.5 assists. Again, lost for words. Lost for words that this team was that good. Doing a 1-year rebuild, if this Lakers team is doing this in every video, 1-year rebuilds are going to be impossible. But our personal stats, Zach LaVine averaged 28, 50%, 40%, did not make a good enough free throw percentage to be at the elite, but 28 points per game for a playoff team is very good. We ended up as a 4 seed, which is dope. What teams didn't make the playoffs? Because again, this is 2K predicting this year's season. When you think about it, the Pacers miss, and the Heat are absolutely terrible, which in real life, I don't think that's going to be the case. Then we go out west. The Spurs narrowly miss it, and the Kings are terrible. I don't think that's going to be the case either, but, you know, I could be wrong there. So, let's look around the league. Anything surprising? Not really. Everybody that's up here, you would expect to be up there. All right, first round of our playoffs. We're going against... How did Philly end up being the 5 seed, 2K? Wait, what was that new option? Hold on, I just saw a new option before I hit sim. Hold on, we down 0-2, by the way. You could force a win. That is going to be a feature we will never use on this channel. I will never, ever force a win in a rebuilding video. That's not what I do. We're already down 0-2. And if I wanted to cheat, I guess I could. But it looks like we're going to get swept. We're down 3-0. Oh, no. No sweep here, baby. We fight back, take one game. I'll take one game. I'll take one game. First time in the playoffs with this young core. I'm cool with it. We got here. That's enough for us as of right now. So we'll see who wins the entire playoffs. That Lakers team had a little bit of trouble with Portland. Boston lost to the 7th seed Toronto Raptors. The Warriors lose to the 7th seed OKC Thunder. No Westbrook, no PG. OKC gets to the second round, but then gets swept. Brooklyn versus Milwaukee. And then LA versus Houston. KD versus LeBron in the finals because, again, no injury, so Kevin Durant is there. And, oh my God, they won 74 wins, and they got 74 wins and didn't win a championship. Just like 73 wins for the Warriors to get them a championship. KD puts up 28 in the finals. Now, the offseason should be a lot of fun. I don't know if it's going to be a lot different, a little bit different. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. The screen looks different. Jamal Crawford retires. Only a couple people retire. Next, staff retirement means not. Greg Popovich retired. Oh, dog. That's unfortunate. You can now have players eligible at 18 years old. I don't want any of this right now. We're just going to do a normal rebuild challenge. And we're going to go to the lottery. I know we don't have a lottery pick, but I'm very curious to see who wins it all. The Heat will have the first overall pick, and our pick will end up being the 21st pick. Now, the 21st pick, I'm thinking about trading that because I don't know if we're going to draft anybody at 21 that's going to really help us. Even though this guy right here is projected to go 22nd, and he's like the 5th best player. Are you telling me in this year's 2K, you can draft players late and they end up being good? Because in previous 2Ks, you can never draft like a Kyle Kuzma or somebody like that was drafted late but end up being very good. I'm going to keep this pick and we're going to go to the draft. We're going to go to the draft and we're going to try to draft somebody with our 21st pick that's going to help us now. If that's a feature, that's automatically a W, because I was saying that when we were comparing it to NBA Live, because in Live, you could draft somebody with a late pick, and he ended up being very good. Thomas Richmond, small forward, crazy scorer seems like. Defense not there really, not really athletic. Great potential, and can score the ball. I like that. Gallinari is his comparison. Yes, welcome to the team. There are also some other guys here, like this center. Projected to go 32nd. He's got 5 badges. Oh, drafting this year may be a lot of fun. I'm going to go with this guy, though, just because he's the best guy available at 21. He's wearing number 42, which I do not like. But let's go draft summary. How good is he really, though? He was yes! A 76. He's 24 years old, so he's already pretty old for a rookie. But as a team that's trying to compete, I'm not mad at that. So drafting this year may be a W with the auto-generated rookies. We're already in the second round here. Another power forward. He's a 3-way scorer, whatever that means. He can score. Can't do much else. But for a backup center or backup power forward from Arizona State, though, you know, our power forward, legendary power forward in the making, Larry Market, is from Arizona. So maybe there may be some bad water there. He's a 70 overall, then a 76 as our first rookie. Usually we trade those picks, but now it seems like we're going to keep those around. OP accepts his team option. I was not surprised there. I'm going to let Antonio Blakeney walk. I don't think Luke Cornett played a single minute for us this year. He did not. And for $2 million, I think I can find somebody that's a little bit better. So we're going to let the Unicornet walk too. And now, free agency. So free agency, we brought in Brent Forbes and John Henson. I think that's a good free agency because we needed a backup shooting guard and we needed a backup center. And John Henson, good shot blocker. That's all we need. So Boogie's still out there in free agency. He's got some offers, a lot of one-year offers, which is kind of sad for Boogie because that's all he can seem to get in his career. Anybody switching teams out here? Paul Millsap went to the Heat. That's an interesting signing. That Marcus Gasol goes to Charlotte. The Pels pick up Sabonis. That's very interesting. Reggie Jackson to the Knicks. So we do have players going different places. Fred VanVleet, 1-year deal with the Lakers. We got Brent Forbes and John Henson, as I mentioned earlier. This was a rookie. And he was a 7-foot, 19-year-old rookie from Notre Dame. I wanted to sign him, but we didn't have the money. He looked pretty good as a 19-year-old. Look at those defensive stats. Another young guy. So it looks like draft classes this year may be pretty fun. But we're going to go to player progression and see if Laurie got better and see if Zach LaVine got better because they both are coming off some pretty decent years. Everybody got better. Even our older guys, Otto Porter, Larry Markkanen now is an 87. Oh my God, that makes me feel good. Kobe White, I forgot about Kobe White. I didn't even see what type of rookie season he had. He averaged 9, 3, and 7. Shooting percentages weren't that great, but he was a rookie point guard. What can I expect? But now he's 4 overalls better. Brent Forbes even get better to come off our bench with Tomas Satoransky. I'm excited for this team. We got a nice young team. We just made the playoffs for the first time in a minute. And now I think we're going to continue to build on that. Now, the best part about this is Otto Porter's money is off the books for next free agency. Next free agency, we could potentially get somebody big. There are some big-time names out there. So my goal is this upcoming season, do good, try to save some money, right? Try to save some money. Oh, this is our Summer League roster. Save some money to potentially get one of those big name players to come to Chicago. We've never, ever really signed a big name player. We got like Ben Wallace, who was not as great as he was when we signed him. Then we got Pau Gasol, Carlos Boozer. Like, we've never signed a star. And I want to try to do that in today's video. We're going to send big man defense to our marksman, help him get better. This is a rookie picture of Larry Markkinen, by the way. He's swole now. Get an upgraded picture, 2K. And I also, let's get perimeter defense and Zach LaVine too. Get our best 2 players better at the other side of the ball, because we know they can score. So my goal right now, show y'all what our team is looking like. And our lineup is the same as last year, but now coming off our bench, we have Brent Forbes and that rookie. I'm going to make it a 10-man rotation so John Henson can get some backup center minutes. I'm excited to see what this rookie's going to bring his first year. Like, his stats are pretty ridiculous. Like, can score the ball at a great rate, and we'll take those. He's not defending anybody, but he's a backup. He could give us just some good quality minutes off the bench, and I'll take that. So what we're going to do, we're going to simulate. So I thought this free agency class was going to be a lot better than it is, I guess, because Kawhi Leonard re-signed, right? But, I mean, not re-signed, but he signed an extension. Damian Lillard just got his extension this offseason, $54 million. That's a crazy amount of money. But Paul George hasn't re-signed. He does have a player option, which I'm guessing he'll take, but you never really know. We're going to have players like Rudy Gobert, but we don't need Rudy Gobert on our team. I need another wing player. Victor Oladipo, we wouldn't need. Blake Griffin, we don't need. Like, I thought we were going to be able to sign some. Our biggest hope is for Paul George to be like, he wants out of LA and we sign him here. Because other than that, like Bradley Beal wouldn't fit around Zach LaVine. We need like a small forward that can defend and score. And the only guy that fits that right now, at least, is Paul George. All right, so season number 2 in it, and this time the Lakers did win MVP. This rookie came in and averaged 22 for the Heat. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. Shai Gilgeous, Most Improved. Frank Vogel. So they went from, how many losses they had last year? 8 losses to 21 losses. So they fell off just a little bit, but now they have Anthony Davis as MVP. 2 all NBA players for them, 2 NBA first team players for them. And that's pretty cool for them. But we ain't worried about that. We worried about our team would lead us to the 2nd seed in the East. That is pretty good if you ask me. I think Zach LaVine's numbers went down just a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. Yeah, actually pretty poor year for him. He still averaged 21, so it's not that poor. But we also got Kobe White getting better. His field goal percentage went up a bunch. Our rookie is now starting over Otto Porter. He averaged 12 points per game. Lowry averaged about 20. Wendell averaged 12 with about 2 blocks. So I'm happy with our team. Otto Porter's coming off our bench and he averaged 15. Shot 50, 40, close to 90. Thad Young, slowly getting worse. We may have to move on for Thad Young soon. Brent Forbes had a not great season. Tomas Satoransky had a decent season. All right, so the first round of the playoffs, we're going against Detroit Pistons. I'm guessing they still have Derrick Rose. Maybe, maybe not. But regardless, we have to come out here and try to get this victory. Get out of the first round for the first time in, I don't even know what year was it? I don't know. But regardless, we swept them. And now we're either going to go against Philly, who beat us last year, or our rivals, the Milwaukee Bucks. And I say rivals just because we're in the same division. I guess there's really no beef. Except for that one time, Giannis pushed Mike Dunleavy. Some of y'all may remember that. Giannis lost his cool in the playoff game and pushed Mike Dunleavy to the stands and got ejected. And got fined or maybe suspended. They beat us. Perfect. You know, just our luck as a 2 seed. We lose to the 6 seed. But it's all about next season. I do not think, I mean, I haven't checked this just yet, really. But I don't think Paul George signed an extension. So if PG is out there on the market, by the way, the Bucks won. If PG's out there on the market, I need to be one of the first people to call up his phone. So we're going to go to the lottery again. And the Magic win it. The Knicks have the 2nd one from the Porzingis trade. And then we end up with the 27th pick, which is not very good. But we got to check and see if Paul George resigned. Please don't tell me he did. He did not. He also has an option, though. So he may accept this option. That puts us in a very weird predicament because I kind of want to trade this pick. But if we can get Paul George, I'll keep this pick and trade it later. All right, we're just going to go to the draft and draft the best guy available. And if we need to trade him later on, we will. Best guy available at the 27th pick. That could be somebody like a 70 overall like it was last year. The center was projected to go 8th. He's still on the board. I'll take him. 7'3" out of UCLA. Come on, man. They sleep. And he was a 72 overall.'ll take a 72 overall rookie. He may not get any minutes right now, but we can trade him in the future. He's 7'3". Basically the tallest you could be in this game. So we're going to give those offers out. Paul George declines his player option. There is a chance, y'all. We're going after it. Lauri Markkanen, of course, we're going to give him the qualifying offer because if we didn't, we'd be crazy. Lauri Markkanen is so great. Next, free agency. Paul George got 11 offers, of course, but he's not interested in any of them. Everybody's, there may be a bug. Why nobody trying to sign Paul George long term? Everybody's giving him a 1-year deal. Same thing was with Boogie, right? We talked about that. We may have found our first real bug. The Clippers didn't even offer him a contract extension. I'll come in and swoop him up, though. Okay. All right, so we're going to take that. Yeah, Paul George, like, he's going to be on our team. Victor Oladipo has 0 offers. Bradley Beal has 0 offers. Who else is out here? Steven Adams, 0 offers. Bol Bol is a 84. Wow, he has progressed very fast. He averaged 21 last season. What? Houston is trying to take Lauri Markkanen away from us? We have to match it, which means that we won't be able to get Paul George. Houston just screwed us out of Paul George. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe Houston just did that to us. Paul George, he still has to get an offer he liked, though. So can we free up cap? We could probably free up it's going to be tough. All right, we're going to trade Thad Young. We need a body, though. We can't just trade him for nothing. We need a person that can play. Like Time Lord. He's hella cheap compared to Thad Young. Time Lord may be our trade here. Mitchell Robinson is 100% the trade, now that I see that. They're giving us a first-round pick, too. Okay, we'll take Mitchell Robinson. Tomas Satoransky's making $10 million a year. We have to get rid of that and trade him for basically nothing. 2 first-round picks from OKC or the Pelicans. I'll take OKC's 2 first-round picks. Now, I don't know if that gives us enough for anything because the Lauri Markkanen contract was so big. I'm going to still throw it out there to Paul George. Actually, I don't even to give Paul George that huge of a contract because his other offers are trash. Okay, we got Paul George. Oh, my God. So we're looking at Kobe White, Ronnie Arcidiacono, Zach LaVine. Oh, yeah, baby. We are ready for this year. And then we just added Mitchell Robinson randomly. What type of year did he just have? 6 and 9, a block and a half-ish. Wendell averaged more blocks last season. No big deal, though. I'm guessing we're going to start Mitchell Robinson and have Wendell come off the bench. I'm cool with that. Just overall based. All right, so free agency is over. I am super excited about this one. Did not expect to get Paul George coming into this video, but we did. Chicago signs their first big-name free agent since forever ago. So Paul George is 31, so he started to regress a little bit. He's still a 92, but his inside gets worse. His defense gets a little bit worse. But we also got Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine both getting up to 90 overalls. Mitchell Robinson getting up to an 85. I believe overall, this is just from my observation so far in NBA 2K20, player progression is OP. Like, everybody's great. Like, how is Andre Roberson still getting better? He just missed like 2 seasons in the NBA. Yeah, this is OP. Everybody's going to be great. Which is not realistic because obviously some of these guys won't end up being great. But 2K saying they will. I guess so. We're going to go to training camp. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to send Lauri Markkanen to defensive camp. Same thing with Zach LaVine. I'll show you all the rotation, and hopefully we can win the championship this time around. So we're looking like Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Paul George, Lauri Markkanen, and they want Wendell to start. Either way, it does not matter too much. Our bench is not great. So let's try to make some changes here to this bench. Daniel Gafford hasn't played a single minute for us yet. Yeah, he's just been kind of sitting at the edge of the bench. I should have probably sent him to the G League to see if that whole method still works, just like in 2K19. So I'll try that in the next rebuilding challenge, I guess. But I'm not in love with our bench right now, so let's try to make some changes. We're going to add a little bit more shooting. Joe Harris is coming to our team for Damian Dotson. We're exchanging first-round picks. I'll take those. I think that's pretty cool. And just add some more shooting there. We don't really need Richmond anymore. He had a good rookie season for us, but if we can get a vet for him that can help us out a little bit more. Also throwing Ryan Arcidiacono in the first-round pick from the Blazers that we got in that first trade with Kim Bazemore. Then after that, I think we're ready. Hopefully we just get a nice backup point guard that's a little bit better than Arcidiacono. I love Arch a bunch, but if we can get better, we will. Abe Johnston, that's a sophomore year player. See, these rookies even coming in and just being great. And I don't really like that idea. You know, now that I think about it more, everybody's just going to be so good. And that's, that's a bit unrealistic, ain't it? It's just, at least just a little bit. Monte Morris. I'll take Monte Morris. 100%. So he's a pretty good backup. One of the best backup point guards in the league. So this is our roster for this year. Off the bench, we have Mitchell Robinson, Monte Morris, Joe Harris with the flamethrower. We're going to make it a 9-man rotation. We don't need Grant getting minutes. And I think we're ready to win it all. Last couple games of the season, we're sitting at 62, maybe 63 wins. 63 wins at the end of it all. See how this award show goes. Anthony Davis wins another MVP. Anybody? Keldon Johnson, most improved. That's pretty cool. Benjamin Walker won. Oh, that's our coach, I guess. I haven't really been doing the staff signings, but that's our coach right there. Benjamin Walker, coach of the year. I'll take those. Any Chicago defensive team, Paul George is on there, of course. But all NBA teams, no Chicago Bulls players. Again. So we just end up with the best record in the league, I'm guessing. Because, I mean, we wouldn't have got coach of the year if it wasn't the best in the league. Yeah. So whole league was underneath us as far as record goes, and no all NBA players. Kobe White averaged 14. He just keeps getting better and better every year. Love to see it. Zach LaVine is back up to his 28 points per game, 50-40. He just can't get that free throw percentage up. Paul George averaged only about 19.5 for us. Larry Marketing averaged 24 and 10. Oh, man. My young guys just developing into greatness, and you love to see it, all right? You love to see the young guys just be who you think they can be. So we're going to try our best to win this championship, and if we don't do it here, then I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what we're going to do if we don't win it here. So let's just hope we do, all right? So first round, we're going against the Miami Heat, who went from the bottom of the league to making the 8th seed. So congratulations to them on that. But I don't think they really stand a chance against us. I think our team was definitely superior. We got Paul George to guard Jimmy Butler. Then after that, guess it doesn't really matter. They take one game from us, no big deal. A gentleman's sweep. Next round against Milwaukee, who has eliminated us last year. So let's get our redemption here. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Oh, okay. That's definitely redemption. Complete sweep. And then we go against another young team, Atlanta Hawks. I want to see how good Trae Young is nowadays. He's a 92 overall. He's averaging 25 in the playoffs, so he's been insane. John Collins is only averaging 14 in the playoffs, I guess. Hunter is averaging 20 in the playoffs. So some of their young, they got DeJounte Murray coming off their bench. So their younger guys definitely are developing into the players that they can be. Hassan Whiteside is their best center. Malik Monk, get a second chance somewhere else. J.J. Cooper is a new guy. Same thing with that one rookie I was telling y'all about a few years ago. He's on their team with Emil Jefferson and Dick Wagner. Good team here. Conference finals to see how we do. You can't go game by game anymore. Just realize that. You can only go the entire round. That's kind of lame. And we don't sweep them, but we get out at 5. We lose a total of 2 games in the Eastern Conference to get to the championship to go against Houston. And y'all know what Houston team is looking like. But let's see if they made any magnificent changes. Nope. Same team. Oh, we did do a trade with them, huh? We gave them our rookie. Who did we get back for him? Literally don't remember who we got. Huh. Regardless, he's trying to get his revenge, and we're trying to just win it all. No bad blood. We're up 3-4. Just a complete sweep. Zach LaVine averaged 31 in the finals. 51% from 3 is insane for a 4-game span, and that is the championship. And that is where we end off the video. Tradition over. Next, video, we're going to get into some wild stuff when it comes to NBA 2K20, so I hope you're along for the ride. Thank y'all so much. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Let's try to shoot for a bunch of likes. This is the first video 2K20. All right, thank y'all. Peace.